Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. Let's talk about James Gunn. We seem to be talking about people who seem to think they know what's best for everyone. Well, let's find out if they do. Gonna get into it, but before we do, I need y'all to do what you always do when you do what you do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoving to put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share. All of this. Now, James Gunn, he was saying something about some fatigue. And he's got a cure for that fatigue. Let's see what Mr. Gunn's talking about. Courtesy of CBR, another Leaf Right tag hit popped up 3 days ago. James Gunn agrees superhero fatigue is a problem, but he knows how to fix it. The Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 writer-director James Gunn believes he has found the cure for superhero fatigue. All right, James, looking like the Grandmaster. Let's see what you got going on, bruh. With Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and DC Studios' Shazam! Fury of the Gods both disappointing at the box office and with critics, there have been growing whispers of superhero fatigue plaguing the industry. However, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 writer-director James Gunn isn't too concerned with superhero fatigue, revealing that he knows how studios can prevent that mindset from creeping in. I think there is such a thing as superhero fatigue, Gunn admitted in an interview with Rolling Stone. Yeah, you're right about that. I think it doesn't have anything to do with superheroes. It has to do with the kind of stories that get to be told. And if you lose your eye on the ball, which is character, you know what? I need to read that again because I need that to sink in. I think there is such a thing as superhero fatigue, Gunn admitted in an interview with Rolling Stone. I think it doesn't have anything to do with superheroes. It has to do with the kind of stories that get to be told, and if you lose your eye on the ball, which is character. We love Superman. We love Batman. We love Iron Man. Well, y'all do. Because they're these incredible characters that we have in our hearts. And if it becomes just a bunch of nonsense on screen, it gets really boring. You know what? I'm kind of inclined to agree with James. What does that say up there? Why Avengers Endgame frustrated James Gunn? What the am I going to do? He revealed the best way to stop superhero fatigue is by focusing on the story instead of the spectacle. But I get fatigued by most spectacle films, by the grind of not having an emotionally grounded story, he added. It doesn't have anything to do with whether they're superhero movies or not. If you don't have a story at the base of it, just watching things bash each other, no matter how clever those bashing moments are, no matter how clever the designs and the VFX are, it just gets fatiguing. And I think that's very, very real. Again, I am inclined to agree with what James Gunn is saying. How Gunn grounds the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. While Guardians of the Galaxy films are VFX heavy sci-fi films, they managed to remain grounded thanks to Gunn's heartfelt and funny screenplays. Death, oh God, has played a huge role in Gunn's Guardian movies, with Groot and Yondu's deaths in Volume 1 and 2, respectively. Groot didn't die. Serving as huge moments in the film, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special also focused more on its characters than on the spectacle, with the Disney Plus special centered around Peter Quill still mourning the loss of Gamora in Avengers Infinity War, and Mantis struggling to reveal to Peter that she is his half-sister. The upcoming Volume 3 will seemingly continue Gunn's approach to combating superhero fatigue with an emotional story centered around Rocket Raccoon. Gunn's Superman movie will be an ode to fathers. After the release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Gunn will move fully into his role as chair and CEO of DC Studios, a role he shares with producer Peter Safran. The duo revealed the first chapter of their DCU slate on January 31st, announcing 5 theatrical movies and 5 HBO Max series. Superman Legacy will be the first DCU film released, with Gunn set to write and direct the highly anticipated film. While Gunn initially turned down the opportunity to write Superman for DC, he revealed that he eventually reconsidered once cracking the film's story. Superman for DC, he revealed that he eventually reconsidered. I'm sorry, I read that twice, didn't I? I initially said no because I didn't have a way in that felt unique and fun and emotional that gave Superman the dignity he deserved, he wrote on Twitter in March of 2023. Then, a bit less than a year ago, I saw a way in many ways centering around Superman's heritage, how both his aristocratic Kryptonian parents and his Kansas farmer parents inform who he is and the choices he makes. And apparently, we don't get Superman for another 2 years. Okay. About what James Gunn said, yeah. I have said it in many lives and I have said it in many videos. The approach that directors and producers and writers and stuff take to superhero movies is they go straight spectacle with it. Okay. Not a huge fan of Marvel these days, but I will say one thing about them. They do know how to tell a story when they're not focused on spectacle. Or should I just say James Gunn? Guardians of the Galaxy, a concept, an idea that everybody expected to fail, but it landed, 1, because of the humor, and 2, damn, there was storytelling. Strange story of Bleak. Not a lot of respect for Drax, but you still told a story. If character is what's important, Mr. Gunn, pay more attention to all of the characters, not just the main 1 or 2. We ain't find out until damn near the 3rd movie that Peter and Mantis are related. I mean, that's the way to draw a story out, but at the same time, keeping it simple. And just like I've been saying, stop killing everybody. That's the problem. Y'all kill off everybody that comes on, all the good villains, all the good characters. They get murdered off. You can tell a story without killing everybody. Because when you kill everybody, and killing somebody or killing at least 1 or 2 people in a movie becomes the norm, guess what, Jimmy? That becomes fatiguing too. If every single movie I know the damn villain's gonna die, fatigue, bro. That's fatigue. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? You got Red Skull out on Vormir. Perfect waste of one of the greatest villains in all the comics. But you're not using him as a villain. You're using him as a rock sitter. The fuck? Now, like I said, I kind of agree with some of the things that he was saying. It is true that when you deviate from character, and boy, did Marvel deviate from character in Wakanda Forever. We ain't even gonna have a title character, or at least a title character that should be in the movie, along with the other Black Panther. You know what I mean? There can be two Black Panthers. I've shown that on Twitter many times. Okay? Shuri and T'Challa could have existed together. You had Kate Bishop and Clint. You had two Hawkeyes in the movie. You had Jane Foster and Thor Odinson. You had two Thors in the movie. Cap Sam got the rock after Captain America left. So you had two Captain Americas. Maybe they killed Steve Rogers, but at the same time. And then on top of that, you got U.S. Agent. So you still have two Captain Americas, technically. Iron Man and War Machine. But we can't get two Panthers on the screen. That's fatiguing to me, James. That everybody else can find a way to work more than one titular character into a movie or a story. But for some reason, when it comes to Wakanda, and I quote, we just couldn't do it. And I just did a video where they talked about they may be scrapping the Okoye project. So we can't get none of that. We can't get none of that on screen. The Whippos do not care. They do not care about us. We give you a cameo. We give you a little bit here. We give you a little bit here. We'll sprinkle it on you. But we ain't just going to go, bam, there you go. Blade, didn't that project get pushed back again? Okay, here we go going off into I'm going off into some stuff that I shouldn't go off into, but I should. And that needed to be said. And while James Gunn does present some interesting viewpoints, he himself need to practice what the fuck he preach. You know what I mean? Stop disrespecting the characters in the story. Stop cutting out key elements. Tell the story. I'm telling you, half of the people that watch your movies are casuals. Over half. So they don't know shit about what's in a comic book. So if you go page for page and put that on the screen, a casual ain't gonna know that. So yeah, you very well can stick to character. You can stick to story, you can stick to canon, you can stick to source material. Casuals will not know the diff. So why are we out here bitching about fatigue? If the remedy, James Gunn, is better storytelling, you could stand to tell a better story yourself. And killing a character is a cop-out. Why can't we see some of these characters grow and evolve to the next level in their journey? That would be great to see. It would be great to see a character grow and evolve whose name isn't Peter Parker or Tony Stark. Don't just have them stagnating, sitting in a circle. Swamp, y'all know my, because you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. So don't be mad when that fatigue overcomes everyone. Crappy storytelling? Maybe. Lazy storytelling? Probably. Indifferent storytelling? For sure. I don't care what the story is, as long as it lands and makes me a gang of cash. This is why you need people who give a damn about the source material working on your projects. Sorry, not sorry. That's it for now. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.